Okay, today we are talking about the iPhone, particularly the iPhone 16 Pro. Not the Pro Max, not the 16, but the 16 Pro. I got it in late 2024, and as of recording this, it is early 2026. So, I know it's some months off or so, but it's within the same year, so let's call it 2 years. Technically speaking, it's probably been a year and a half, probably, technically, but let's call it 2 years. It's closer to 2 years. We're rounding up, okay? We round up sometimes here. Anyway, okay, so here's the thing. First of all, I have not really had many problems with this iPhone overall. I have had some problems though, which I will get into, but probably the first thing you guys are probably wondering is what is my battery health after 2 years? Okay. And I don't, okay, there. You guys can see it now. The battery health is 98% after 2 years. So, yeah, it's not a 400%, but it is 98% after 2 years. And I'd like to think that that is pretty good overall. Because I personally, I know the iPhone 17 came out. Pretend that I have a iPhone 17 here because I don't actually have a physical iPhone 17. Yeah. But now that we're done doing that, I decided, hey, I'm going to stick with the 16 Pro until I need a new phone. Okay. Or until I feel like upgrading, but right now I think I'm okay on upgrading because I'm one of the types that don't like upgrading willy-nilly. Okay. Now I do have a friend that's probably going to say, oh, watch 2 weeks from now, he's going to be unboxing the iPhone 17 Pro. Just likes to mess with me because I have a bad habit of doing stuff like that. Like, there was the time I said, oh, I don't see myself ever getting an Apple Pencil. I bought an Apple Pencil. I mean, I recently just got an Apple Pencil Pro. Okay. Anyway, moving on. And then I also have an Apple Watch here. So that combines with that. And I guess I'll show you guys my recent accessory that I use, which is this. Okay. It's a 3-in-1 charger thing. Now, I've been known to use MagSafe for all my charging needs, okay? And I'm just all about that MagSafe life. I don't actually plug in via here hardly at all. I think I did one time, like a year ago or something, but most of the time I rather use MagSafe because I think it not only is it cleaner, but it's also more futuristic, okay? And I'm a sucker for the futuristic approach. Now, the biggest downside with this phone, I'm going to tell you right away, is probably the recent updates. It's not even to do with the phone itself. The recent updates, I feel like the most recent updates have been better for the battery, but then there was when the I don't know, iOS 26 they are calling it, I believe, when that first came out, the liquid glass actually messed with my phone quite a bit. the battery, and then the next update seemed to have fixed it a little bit, and then the next update fixed it a bit more. Either way, I'm able to get a full day out of this, which I think it really all that's important to me, that I get a full day out of it. So getting a full day out of it is at the end of the day what you want. Now, there was a problem I had with it early on, which was the always on display kept turning off early on. Like, I think it was something to do with the sensors not sensing me or something, but that seems to have been fixed for a while now. Again, I think that was a software issue, so I can't really blame the phone for that. Now, I've gotten used to the camera positions here. So when I upgrade to feature iPhones, I do not know what I'm going to think about the plateau. Definitely, it will take some getting used to, but I'm sure I'll get used to it at some point. Now, I do use the iPhone more than I used to use it, okay? Back when I had the iPhone 14 Pro, I feel like I used it sometimes and it still only lasted about a day. So for me to use this a lot more and it lasts a day is, I feel like, better battery. So I feel like the 16 Pro does have better battery than the 14 Pro. Overall, I feel like the reason why I chose to check the battery first and show you guys the battery first, Stephen, because I feel like the battery is one of the most important things to look at, especially after over a year, almost 2 years. So, yeah, I feel like 98 to 100% is good. I feel like anything under 90%, it starts getting bad for you and gets even worse. Let me know what you guys think about that though, because some people swear that it's fine until you get to the 70% battery and whatnot. Now, see, I used to have that old Android phone back in the day. That was before it really measured battery wear and tear and stuff. And it got so bad with that phone that I literally, when I unplugged it, it would last maybe 5 minutes and then it would die completely. And then when I plugged it in, it said it would charge completely in 5 minutes. We didn't have fast charging back then. But then when I unplugged it, it would die in 5 minutes because yeah, the battery couldn't hold the charge anymore. But it was also back when removable batteries were a thing. So, yeah, did that. Did that. And yeah, overall, that has been good. It has been good. There's a little wear on the case. Like, I noticed the other day that there's a small, tiny, I don't know if you guys can see it, tiny bump on the case, which is still just the case. The case is actually very good. So yeah, the phone is in near perfect condition. Yeah, and I like to be very careful with the phones and what have you. So yeah, I usually I guess I'd sync my AirPods to the phone sometimes. Mostly like when I'm having a conversation on the phone and have to walk somewhere and whatnot. Usually I like to do that. And then Yeah, I got my accessories for the phone in case you're curious. This case, this is the official Apple silicone MagSafe case that I got for it day one, along with it. I mean, if you want to count the AirPods as a phone accessory, I guess. And then this. I definitely count this as an accessory. This is the Falcon 3-in-1 charger. It charges your, this is for the Apple Watch, this is for your phone, and this is an area for the AirPods. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. That's a bit of what happened as far as battery life in this past year and a half, 2 years. I'm really not sure if that's good or not, but I think it's good. Like I said, anything in the high 90s, I still feel like it's excellent. And once you start getting in the high to low 80s, once you get in the low 90s to high 80s, I feel like you're a lot worse off and whatnot, which is probably also, I guess, another factor when buying used iPhones to try to, I don't know, it's hard to see what the battery life is like. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end it off here. Definitely let me know your thoughts. Comment section below. Do you think that you'd ever get an iPhone 16 Pro instead of like the newest one? Or do you upgrade every year? Or are you still on the iPhone 12 Pro? Or the iPhone 8? Or, thinking about getting an iPhone? Let me know, comment section below. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.